everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Two teams will need their quarterbacks to step up and lead their offenses on the gridiron today. It's the Black Knights going up against the Raiders. With that, let's hand it over to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis. They've got the call on this Week 3 matchup.
All right, Larry, after an off-season of questions, football is back here in the East Bay and Oakland, California. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the London Black Knights and the Oakland Raiders. It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete. Cameron Meredith, the intended target. And it's second down. And here's the offense today that hopes to get off to a strong start. On second down, they'll try and run the counter. And that closed up quickly there as he gets it up only to about the 17. They only got a couple on that one, so not a ton of help. They'll have a 3rd and 8 forthcoming. And we take a look now at the defense for the Raiders.
When I watch Khalil Mack play, I just see fury, passion, and incredible athleticism. This guy can flat out play.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8.
Here we go now.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. 9 yards on the play and a first down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
So here we go, 1st and 10 now. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he's got room. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Okay, he didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling them in the huddle right now.
They'll set up a throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Give him 2 yards on that play, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1.
You know, I don't think this is the last time we'll see that in this game. This guy has mobility, and they want to use his legs in the game plan. So there will be designed runs as well as his scrambles.
Now 3rd down, less than a yard.
Watch him now, Barney. Barney. Hurry up, here we go. Blue, Landon. Leopard.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
Everyone understood their role on that play. 3rd and 1. You know, the defensive guys, they're trying to get down and get low and get leverage on the offensive lineman, but they didn't allow that to happen. They created a crease and allowed him to get through for a first down.
First down and 10 now for the offensive group.
Hurry up, here we go. Green.
Now this time he'll look to throw. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. So incomplete on first. Let's see what second down has in store. So the D-line's going to spread out. He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. Evades the tackler, and now some space. Past the 20. And all the way in for the touchdown. A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And his guys have taken a first-quarter lead. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who's a complete guy who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Now the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. All week in practice, they stressed grounding, pounding the football, and they really executed it well there to get the first down.
That usually means getting back to being physical in practice, because when you emphasize pounding the football, it doesn't really come together unless you practice it the same way you're going to play it in the game. So that means more bodies, more pads, and a whole lot of popping last week, and they got it done in the game.
Play clock winding down.
Let's go.
And they'll keep it on the ground with Bell. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35. And a look at the offense that is hoping to put some points up in bunches here in this one. 7 yards to go on second down.
Come on, let's go.
Now back to throw. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down. And let's look defensively at the starters.
When Shaq Thompson declared for the draft, I said he should be a running back in the NFL. He said no way, he'd rather hit people as a linebacker.
5 yards to gain here on third down. They'll look to throw. Oh, what a catch there by Cooper. And they'll get 14 yards out of it and a fresh set of downs.
Gotta love the catch. I think you gotta love the gloves as well.
Yeah, these one-handed catches, that was great, and they're fun. They're becoming a little more ho-hum, aren't they?
Yeah, they really are. And I know that it sounds like we're taking credit away from the guys, and we don't mean that at all. They really work hard on this one.
Down the numbers. There he goes. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. A big play there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Raiders have drawn even here, and they can take the lead with the extra point to come. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And they'll be backed up a bit to start as he's out of bounds at the 16. Now this offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. Last time they were out, they scored. Still trailing here, though, so some work to do.
But it's okay in terms of mindset. Because they scored the last time, They're not quite as worried about being down on the scoreboard because now their confidence is a little bit higher. They feel like they've got something going, and they feel like they can attack again and put more points on the board.
Are you scoreboard watching if you're the offense, or are you just focused on this drive?
We wouldn't be telling the truth if we said that they didn't scoreboard watch. Everyone does it to some extent, but you've got to set it aside right now and just focus on this series. That'll take care of the scoreboard if they punch it into the end zone.
And he stopped immediately there. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
The insistence of speed at every position is really seen at the defensive end spot. These guys in the old days were often outside linebackers. They just pushed them forward because they wanted to play fast and get to the quarterback or the running backs quicker than ever before.
They come out here in the eye. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Give him 3 yards on the run there. That still leaves him with a difficult 3rd and 8 coming up.
A dime look defensively for the Raiders on 3rd down.
Yeah, you're right. 2 extra DBs out there. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Normally, he's pretty reliable. Usually catches what's thrown to him. On that play, he simply dropped it.
So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. This will be fielded at the 17. Very good return that time. 18 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Ready to go now in the 2nd quarter. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. It's the Raiders in possession of the football. They face a 2nd and 7 to start things out. They come up in an offset eye. A give to Bell. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. And when you're running the football, one thing you don't want to see is a big boy coming up there to swallow you whole in those D tackles and nose tackles.
No, you're actually counting on your big boys to protect you from them. But on that play, the defensive tackle had the leverage, and he won the battle. No gain, correct?
No gain.
Watch 10, watch 10. Come on, watch 10, watch 10. Let's go!
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. On 4th down, here's the Raider punter Marquette King to kick it away. Fielded just inside the 30. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And that will come the offense as they take over. Now this offense ready to take over again. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And they'll go with a ground attack here. Give him 27 yards that time. And it's good enough for a 1st down.
Sometimes those lines that are drawn on a grease board or in a playbook, They come to life out on the field, don't they? And we just saw down that outside handoff to the right.
That right tackle, he gets excited for that call, doesn't he?
He does, because he just wants to dominate his guy and say, listen, I was the point of attack. I took care of business. That's why you're able to get downfield and add all those yards to your total.
Yeah, really nice game there. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set him back for second down.
There's so many things that go into playing the position of linebacker. Some of them are actually subtle. Doing the drill work that you do all the time in practice and carrying it over to the game. Get rid of blockers and get to the ball carrier and knock him down for a loss.
They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And he'll just throw this one over in the way of the security crew. Incomplete here.
Whether they deserve credit or not, the defense is going to take credit for that incompletion because it always feels good when you slow down an offense.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he comes back with 1 complete. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. And they jump back in front here. It's 9-7. A little bit of a lower trajectory there on the deep kick, and it worked.
Had to do it because he had to drive it out low because of the length of the kick. Able to do that, got it above the defense and over the post.
And he will take it back only to about the 13-yard line here. Now the Oakland offense heading back onto the field to take over. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Bell. And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
But they certainly got dented with that first down run. So now they've got to be back on their heels a little bit as a defense.
They come up in an offset eye. He'll look to throw. To the right side, he's got Cooper. It's complete. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. They come out here in the eye. They'll pitch it out to Bell. Oh, he's got some breathing room. Cuts back, left sideline. It's a big run that time by Bell. 52 yards on the ground. And for those worried about whether or not Le'Veon's explosiveness would return, I think we just had our answer.
ACL? What ACL? This guy's back running as if he were totally healthy and never had an issue.
And now a first down following that long gain.
Let's go.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up first and goal.
Love the run right there. And when you analyzed him coming out of college, when you tried to put a grade on him, you saw the flashes while he was in school, but you didn't see the full production. You didn't see the finished product. He's a little bit raw, but you can see why people...
And he's in! Touchdown, Raiders! It's the fullback, His first touchdown of the new season. And once again, the Raiders are back out in front. Well, they weren't messing around. First and goal, they don't do anything fancy. They just go to the fullback right away.
I like how you phrase that because oftentimes they come back to the fullback when it's late in the down and distance count, right? In this case, first down, let's go get it right now.
And he got it. 6 points on the board. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. Now this offense ready to head back out there. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. He'll come out throwing here on first down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. That throw good for 4. It's second down. And it looks like this will likely be the last play before we hit the 2-minute warning.
Let's see if they can sneak one more good play in before the 2-minute signal.
And time for us to take a break here in the booth. We'll come back to Oakland after this.
Let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with third down now looming.
Everyone's looking for the big runs, the explosive runs, the 20 to 30-yard plays. But anytime you're picking up good yardage and setting yourself up on down and distance, offenses love that too.
All right, here we go.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he'll be hit from behind and taken down. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up second.
Well, when defensive coordinators game plan to put pressure on a quarterback, they often want to use blindside rushes, and that's exactly what they did there. The cornerback gets to him and drops him.
And looked like some movement there. Let's get the call. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And down he goes. Brought down a Raiders sack. Now whistles, and the Raiders are going to signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. The gun now on 3rd down. Throwing for his running back, and he's got it complete. Now the Raiders are going to use another timeout here. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
That's certainly playing down and distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath by all means.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Raiders will take possession. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that could change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And room to run as he's up past the 35-yard line. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. And quickly, they get to the line. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And Bryant's got it over the middle. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. They'll look to throw here. Bryant with a catch right side. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground.
We got 3, fellas. We got 3. Let's go.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Looking deep in the direction of Cooper. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
I'm not quite sure how he wasn't able to hold on to that one in the end zone. A great opportunity lost, but a lot of relief for the defensive guys. When they get into film next week, they're going to want to know what happened. Where was the breakdown that almost allowed a touchdown?
And Parkey not able to convert. This is no good. Wide to the left, and this score will stay right where it is. And they're going to go soft on the corners. They come up in an offset eye. Now they'll run it on the toss. And very little room to maneuver. He'll get this down to about the 39. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So as they take it over, we step aside. So the offense looking at a 2nd and 8.
Let's go. Blue line.
They'll throw now on the final play. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. So we've reached halftime here in Oakland with the Raiders on top. As we send you cross country to our EA Sports Studios in Orlando with our halftime report. Here's Larry Ridley. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And with the new rule, that decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he only gets to the 20. Out comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. 2nd down here after the incomplete pass.
Let's go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
But really, that was no surprise there. They've been running it well all game, and I know goals change all the time, but any team will take that type of run each and every time.
And the offense in that middle ground here on 3rd down. 5 yards to go. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. It's Shaq Thompson here with a pick. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Martin, I know it's hard to believe, but sometimes guys who are built with the dimension of linebackers can actually get lost from sight by the quarterback.
But they're usually not the tallest guys.
So, yeah, that allows him sometimes to kind of hide down in there, kind of get a little bit lower, and maybe he just never saw him. But, boy, he sure wishes he had. He picked it off and ran it all the way back for a touchdown.
They'll try and throw for it. This will be caught at about the 5. And he will not make it to the goal line here. So they'll be unable to bump this lead up to a field goal as it remains a 1-point game. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And now Oakland ready to take the field. They come out here in the eye. Now the toss to Bell running right. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down. Here we now a 2nd and 7.
Come on, let's go!
They'll go again with Bell. And he's got some space here. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Come on, let's go!
Now Bell. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47. Second down following the run.
Come on, let's go!
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He's got a man. It's his fullback. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. Seven yards remain now on third down.
Come on, let's go!
They'll look to throw. And he's got his man on the out route. 8 yards there on a first down.
That was a nice completion on an out route, and those types of plays are the result of arm strength by the quarterback and timing by the receiver.
Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter.
Here we go!
They'll look to throw here on first down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. That throw good for 4. It's second down. They come up in an offset eye. Now they'll run it on the toss. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Le'Veon Bell, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders have retaken the lead. And there you go, nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking, beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
The play clock's running down. Now Parkey for the extra point. It's good, and it's now 21-15. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. And now back out comes the offense. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half two, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there, just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
Not too many more ideal situations in 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
Back to throw now on first down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
One of the great coaches said football is really a simple game. Rush theirs, protect yours. And he's talking about those guys throwing the football. In this situation, the rush won, hitting the quarterback and forcing him into an incompletion.
10 yards still left on second down.
Here we go now. Green, 39.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
It's always tough trying to keep your guy upright when he's trying to throw the football. When you're dealing with those big, bad guys on the defensive front, it's even tougher. And this time, those guys on the opposite side won the battle, getting to the quarterback and knocking him into an incompletion.
The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass.
Lucky 56. Watching now, Barney.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And the third down pass falls incomplete.
And he still doesn't have a catch. We're into the second half. I think it's a little bit of a surprise to me, but that was one he should have caught.
Absolutely. That was his best opportunity right there. He dropped it. And we'll see what he can do on the return. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Now the Raiders offense, they get set to head back on the field. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
Come on, let's go.
That would be the number one thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action, now's the time to take a shot.
Yeah.
But, you know, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad.
Is that Woody
He would have
Haynes?
kept it on the ground.
And they're behind the sticks here a bit now, dealing with a 2nd and 12.
Let's go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And down he'll go at the 25. That one good for 12 yards. And that'll make it 3rd and 1.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
3rd down now following the run.
Flex round. Flex round.
They come out here in the eye.
What? Flex round. Flex round. Let's go. What? 9.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. Cooper's got it. A 3-yard gain and enough for the 1st down.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get deep.
Yeah, that
first.
wasn't the first option.
No, it came off of that guy, the deep guy, and came underneath on the drag. Completed it very well.
Back now in the East Bay. It's the Raiders with the lead and the football here as we get ready to start quarter number 4. Fresh set of downs here. This is Bell. Shreds the tackle. And he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32. Shaq Thompson on the tackle that time. See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together.
Let's go.
Now they'll toss it to Bell running left. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. Gun now on 3rd down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Yannick Ngakoue able to get him down for a loss of 11 on the play, and it'll be 4th down. And he gets it away, and it's a laser headed for the sidelines. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. And here now now the offense heading back out there. And last time out they had to punt the football away. Anything positive possibly to take from that?
There always is when you're punting the football away. It doesn't sound like it because you're giving it up, but you've avoided a mistake.
At least you didn't turn it over.
You didn't turn it over, right? You're giving your defense a chance because you're punting the ball away, and they're set to go on the field as opposed to sudden change after a turnover. And wow, now we got to go out there and stop people. So, yeah, there's always something positive to be gained from it.
And ready now for 2nd and 9. They'll set up to throw. They'll roll him out right. 4 yards on the pickup, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
And the offense in that middle ground here on 3rd down, 3rd and 5. They come out here in the eye. Now back to throw. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And he's going to have the 1st down, yardage to the 35.
He went full scale, loose, flexible, finding a way to catch the ball in some traffic for a key 1st down.
Yeah, really a nice job of adjusting to the ball in the air. Not the most accurate of throws, but able to adjust and make the grab. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. And they'll run it here. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. A nice pickup there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
The reason that counter or misdirection plays work so well is that usually you've given them a reason to think that everything's going to the direction that starts initially. You've run that type of a play throughout the game. You've given them that look. And now you're going to counter things and bring it back the other way. Almost a tendency breaker at times. And a lot of it is making sure that you have an illusion, almost like a magician. Look over here, but the play's actually happening over there, and that's where running back's vision comes into play. See the hole in a place where people don't expect and get there with some speed. And that's exactly what he did on that play.
And let's see what the defensive coordinator may have up his sleeve here to try to get this final last stand and win this football game. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Khalil Mack in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. So down 6, and they know they need this one on 4th down. It's a 5-receiver set, 3 to the left, 2 to the right. He'll look to throw. And, Oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. The Raider offense now making their way toward the huddle. They have the lead, still a one-possession game, but the defense got to stop. They've got the football now, just salted away, right?
Exactly. That's all the defense is counting on from their offense. They did their job in a big way. You know they're over on the sidelines now starting to take their tape off, and hey.
Now here's a timeout coming on the defensive side of the ball. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Nine yards still remaining here to pick up the first on second down.
Come on, let's go. 190.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
I thought guys that were over 30 weren't supposed to run the football this well in the National Football League. How about that veteran leadership? A big-time run combined with some nice blocking by his offensive line, showing that the ins and outs of being a veteran still has his place in this league. His odometer is not totally turned over yet.
12 yards there as they move the chains. And the offense lining up 1st and 10. The give is to Bell. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time.
And Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for Oakland, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for our visitors, they suffered defeat for the first time as they dropped to 2-1. And they'll be at home for one next week as the Atlanta Falcons come to town. So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaughan. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. The Black Hole celebrates. The Raiders are winners here as we say so long from Oakland.